Hamilton.
Really in that like
and I was
2013, 2014 space.
I was in the other room and I was like, is he listening to Hamilton of all
Yes. And I cried again.
Of course.
Gets me every time.
If you don't cry, you're a psychopath.
If you hear the opening notes of It's Quiet Uptown and you are not immediately weeping, and you are not immediately weeping,
you're fucking wrong.
You are a robot.
Listen, as a Cancer son, I have so many feelings. I'm just going to preface with that. I cry like I have a quota to fill. Same. However, I am also a brat. And when someone hypes something up to me for years on end and then forces me to watch it, I'm not going to like the thing.
Yep.
That's the preface.
I forgot that somebody
his mother did that to me for Hamilton. I did not cry. I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah. I forgot that happened.
Cried my first time when I was about it.
If I had watched it on my own time when I wanted to, I probably would have liked it.
Hey,
but it was just fine.
You know what's even better? You get to experience the Hamilton Plus, which is me performing it.
I mean, that's fair.
Correctly.
However, that happened to me with Frozen, and I still hate Frozen.
That's fair.
Like, I think it's terrible. Frozen 2 is great. The first one's garbage. It's awful. It's dumb.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed up Frozen everything 2. For the second one. It's not a first movie, it's a prequel.
Yeah,
I
that's fine. Like,
I didn't mind the first one. The first one was really good, in my opinion.
Enjoy what you enjoy.
The second one was so much better.
By the way, we are live.
My makeup back.
That's fine. I'm just a brat, and I get really irritated when someone is like, "You have to watch this. It'll change your life." Blah blah. For like forever.
Oh no, it won't change your life. It'll just get stuck in your head.
They force me to watch the thing at a time when I am not like mentally or emotionally like in a place where I want to do whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is.
Oh my god, they Wizard of Oz'd you.
Yes.
I can't enjoy the Wizard of Oz because like that's what my parents did.
Yeah. And then I'm like, because I'm bitter and like passive aggressive, I'm sitting there the whole time going like, this is stupid. I didn't want to watch this. I didn't want to be doing this right now. And they're doing the thing where they're like watching you watch the thing.
I hate when people do
and
that.
I'm like I don't mind when people do that if I chose to watch the thing.
Watch it with me.
Right? Like if I was participated in the choosing of watching the thing, then that's fine because they're excited. And I love when people are excited about things. Yeah. But I didn't choose to watch the thing. So then I'm just mad.
No, the first time I watched Hamilton, because I had that same thing that Amanda was talking about where somebody hyped something up and you're just like, I don't want to. I had a lot of friends that were about Hamilton, and I was like, it's probably dumb and bad. And then
it was so many things, and then I'm like 4 years late to the trend because I finally decided to watch it. And I'm like, okay.
Oh shit, that was really good. But no, it was and the 4th of July. Yeah, it was when it dropped on Disney Plus for 4th of July. I had myself a bottle of wine and some Coca-Cola and no roommates, and I fucking turned that shit up super loud, and I weeped because it was also about the time that we were having like the Jake Gardner shooting.
Yep.
And I was like, the country is a hellhole. No one has any nobility anymore. Fuck this.
It's crumbling, and we're rebuilding it.
Awful. It's bad.
Anyway,
Hamilton's neat.
My door.
Anyway, Hamilton's neat.
The Disney Plus experience is incredible. I really mostly have a big heart for Hamilton because it was what I listened to on my drive during my senior year of college from Lincoln to Crete, Nebraska, which is about an hour.
In bad traffic.
It's an hour. So yeah, I would listen to the first half on the way there.
I mean, for me, it was usually like 30 minutes, but we all know how I drive.
Super safe.
Mm-hmm.
You said it, not me.
I have a Sagittarius stellium. Gotta go fast.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
It's terrifying and can be effective.
Hello, Tens.
I guess it's also
arrived. It's me. I'm the 5. Fuck off. You are not a 5, Arxie.
Shut up, Belle.
I'm not going to disagree.
All I'm going to say is that he married up aggressively.
Thank you. That's a very nice thing for you to say when I'm in horrendous pain.
Anytime.
Because my uterus is trying to escape.
A, yes, he did. B, his usage of whomst and
Boomstative.
I didn't. Okay. That happened when we were at Spielbound, and I had no idea that had happened around Brandon. And I just get home, I'm walking around, and he's like, "Where is the remote?" And I looked at this man as if I had never seen him before in my life.
What are you doing in my house?
What the fuck?
What are you doing in my house?
And then he explained, Noah did it, and it really got me.
I want
and then
waffle fries.
The connection that it was Noah, that it was your husband, Amanda, made me fall off of the couch. I was laughing so hard.
I'll do that to you.
Yeah.
He's a corrupter of good things.
Aren't we all?
In like a positive way.
Ruin language, make it your own.
Aren't we all?
That's what I do.
Oh, fuck. No, what the hell was the joke? Fuck. No.
Better Nate than Lever?
No, I need you to get to a microphone and say the thing. Either mine or hers. I don't care. But go to a microphone. You have to remind me what the thing is.
He's talking.
LGBT.
Yes.
I saw a TikTok where a guy pronounced it Legubadiqua.
Legubadiqua.
And I was like, that's pretty good.
Legubadiqua. Anyway.
No,
sometimes we play D&D. I feel like that's really what the motto of the channel is.
We'll get to the D&D when we get there.
Sometimes we play D&D. That's it. That's the whole channel.
Listen, to say my brain is on the fritz is like a huge compliment today.
It's a soft pitch. That's
Fritz
a real undersell. Fitzpatrick?
Fitzpatrick?
I'm firing on like a quarter of a cylinder.
That's super impressive.
I feel you.
That's the Ritalin.
That's the Ritalin.
That's the prescription meds. And the chips.
I know what you mean.
Because I also kind of want to die.
I mean, that's the mood.
I understand that. Please don't.
I'm not going to, but I am going to take drugs and go to sleep after this.
Yeah,
good.
buddy.
Good. We can also make this a shorter sesh for that then.
I'm good. I'll live.
All right. List compiled. Well, all you knuckleheads were complaining.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, friendship, Trinity.
Rapscallions.
Listen, no part of me is an onion.
I'm
no
giving
part
you
of
shit.
me is an
No
onion.
part of me is an onion.
If I don't sound, if I do not sound sarcastic, I'm probably
vagabonds.
I am an onion.
I love the word vagabond, like a lot.
All right, I thought I was paying attention and writing things down. When the fuck did we? What? What are you talking about? An onion?
I said it once before, but it bears repeating now.
Ogres have layers.
Right.
You get it.
Okay.
I just heard Sarah say no part of me is an onion, and I quoted it back to them, and then chaos ensued.
Like a parfait.
Okay, cool. So yep, didn't miss anything. Just
parfaits are just pretentious yogurt.
But it's good.
I have a deep desire to draw a chaos parfait.
We are not on parfaits, and we are not on yogurt. We are at a noodle place.
Do it.
Okay, but somebody should bring me a parfait.
You know what? You don't read the game.
I mean, it is dessert noodle. They could have parfait.
They might
could have parfait. They could have chaos parfait. Here's a black hole in a parfait.
Chaos parfait sounds like, especially in the context of dessert noodle, sounds like the spaghetti that Buddy the Elf makes.
Oh God!
Immediately opens Canva.
Yes,
I'm not wrong.
Yes, you are correct.
Put that on top of some yogurt. Chaos parfait.
Chaos parfait.
Chaos parfait.
Is the blurred word nipples?
No, it's asses.
Oh, let me check.
Oh.
Nipples. Nipples is a funny word.
Ogres have talking asses like donkey.
Oh.
It's true.
Nipples would have been weirder.
Nipples is a strange word.
Nipples is a strange body part.
I just keep thinking
and also,
that's a neat poster.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Nippleopples last night. That weird
Nippleopple.
Yeah.
Nippleopolis?
Yeah.
I cannot get his name. Like, Cal says it, and I immediately forget what it is.
There's
like
there's some magic about that. Yeah, it's like Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Like he says it, and I focus specifically on it to try and say it back to him. It's gone. It's absolutely gone.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I do need another table. I'll be right back.
I think I could have a whole room full of tables. And not have enough table space.
I need more surface.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me for a moment.
Okay. I enjoyed how calm that second part was.
I think those pets got into something.
They will do that.
No.
The rain is
cat's
making
just bitching.
ours insane.
My
They
cat
just
is
they wrote them a very nice thank you card for being their owner.
Mm-hmm.
Wish my cat would do that. She's just a criminal and a menace.
Did I tell you, I didn't realize that the knocking noise was the cat at first, and I thought it was the pipes for a second. I was like, oh God!
No, so she like has this thing where she wants to get into like any tiny space that she thinks she can fit in, and she thinks she's much smaller than she is.
Oh, very much so, yeah.
And she loves being in closets. And like so my closet doors are the sliding ones, and they overlap a little bit in the middle. And they're just on tracks at the top, so they're not on a track at the bottom. And so if you like touch them, they'll swing a little bit. And so she will paw at the overlap and make them knock into each other because she's trying to get in the closet because she's a dumbass. And so I'll be like laying in bed in horrific pain, and she'll just be like pawing at the closet door, and then I have to force her out of the room because she'll just scream at me. She's a menace and a criminal.
No, it was my tarot cards. And I am a victim of physics.
No, I thought it was the pipes knocking like they were about to explode or something. I was like, oh, this is how it ends.
Just a criminal.
It's not how it's ending for you. You're fine.
Are you the criminals from the statistics?
Yes.
She's full of crime.
Woo!
All right. Good roll, everybody. Got their hoedowns and their hootenannies square danced away.
She's pure of heart and dumb of ass.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Don't mind me, I'm just working on the chaos parfait.
I never mind you.
I mean, I do when you drive.
It's fair.
That's only for a
fair.
short time.
And it's only because someone traumatized me first. So, last week, we left off with the crew making a daring escape with both orphan siblings making their way out of the old town and back to Dutch Osaka. We all find ourselves here at Dessert Noodle. You guys have been given one of the larger tables at the back. Iris made sure of that, and to make sure that there's not a lot of prying eyes. And you all sit down. Ada and Kin huddle next to each other. Their chairs scooted a little bit closer to each other, sort of staring the rest of you down. And the waitress comes by with water and your orders and is giving you the space.
Mara also apparently has a disguise kit as part of her thing, which she would have taken and helped her get out of many a situation. So she's going to use that to also help disguise them a little bit to help there.
Even though it's not the case, every time somebody mentions the disguise kit in D&D, I just always imagine the novelty glasses with the nose and the mustache.
Yep.
Every 100%. Time.
Every time.
Same.
Yeah.
And like maybe like a temporary tattoo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or like if that's like a really high level rogue, like really high level.
I also just picture the like little animal masks for the druids every once in a while.
Yes, that is absolutely.
I'm a spider.
Taking wild
like babies.
It's
first,
just one of those like
kit.
little. It's just one of those little kid plates that's shaped like an animal with the eyes put out. And a string.
The good ones.
I love us.
Stephanie's happily eating whatever noodle concoction he got. Looking at the kids and nodding happily, like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?"
Yeah, this week they've gone with a cookie dough buckwheat that's served in a warm milk.
Yes, it is. Wow, 10 out of 10. My compliments to the nude chef.
This just sounds like mythical kitchen bullshit.
The master. My compliments to the master of nudes and back.
Josh Scherer.
Master of nudes.
Okay, so Mara is, because they had a lot of information between the tablet and the phone. She is not pulling that tablet out yet.
Okay.
But she is going through. She'll make sure they're okay. She will start asking them. She's gonna look towards Kin and be like, "Hey, so we just want to ask you, a couple of questions. Then we can potentially get you home. That's where you want to go, if that's safe." And she'll just kind of like side eye the rest of the group in like a nice way.
In a nice way.
Yeah, well, like it's like a mostly nice way, and then she gets to Dexter, and it's like,
oh,
stink eye. She's
we can have a conversation.
Oh, we're gonna have a conversation.
We're gonna have a conversation.
That her look promises we're having a conversation later. Maybe back on the ship, or like in an open field.
I'll fight in front of children. I don't give a damn.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit.
Mara wants to. Mara's gonna need to duke that out with you.
These aren't even children. These are trillionaires with a T.
That's true.
They bought their adulthood.
They've got like screenshots of some of the accounts and stuff, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, so first things first.
I'm the realist. Sorry.
Yeah.
Every time.
Do you understand who took you?
And Kin looks over to Ada, who is exhausted, head in hands. Yeah, you're fine. And he looks back at you. I made a program and an algorithm that was designed to skim off the top of a bunch of billionaires. Because,
well, fuck the billionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just give him one of these.
And Ada like looks at Kin as he emphatically goes, "Exactly. See?
Eat the rich." Wait, no.
We didn't mean to. We really didn't. He fucking forgot about it. He forgot about it after we started squatting in that mansion. And then it just racked up.
How long did you have it running?
How long have we been in that house?
Yeah, people that take notes.
A bit.
How long
and they've been in that house for 8 years now.
It was like multiple years.
Yeah, it's been a couple at least.
Been a sec.
Kin clears his throat. Yeah. So once that started racking up, and I guess whoever it belonged to noticed, and just happened to be apparently one of the most threatening fucking gangsters. Threatening? You call that threatening? And Ada looks to the rest of you. Thank you for getting us. I'm excited to get home, whatever home is now. That and she just buries her head in her hands again. Yeah, so we know who it was. So to answer your question,
I guess I'm just a little curious. So you two children broke into a mansion, and then there were no repercussions. So you started an illegal program to skim money, hoping there would be no repercussions. And then there were no repercussions for years? And this is the only time that this has come back on you?
Well, the algorithm was before we started squatting at the mansion, if that helps. It was how we paid for rent and kept a roof over our heads. And when we found the mansion, and I was able to break through its systems, because, you know, it's like a 10-year-old system. No one's updated that thing in years. And it was stupid easy to get into.
Yeah, it's because that guy's dead, Crystal says casually.
So you're smart enough to build an algorithm that robs from billionaires. And you're smart enough to crack a security system, but you're not smart enough to worry about somebody coming after you for it?
Steppy, what did you want to do?
Oh, when Crystal said, that guy's dead, Steppy's gonna mutter, kind of.
Crystal kind of leans over to him and is like, no, well, because then there is the body one, too.
Dexter's just gonna hold up his hand and be like, we'll get to that.
Noodles. That's all. Crystal immediately resumes noodles.
But the first things first is I have to shame these children into fear.
You know, I think the fear part might already be checked off, but you do it.
You have to use the fear to instruct them of the valuable life lesson that they clearly did not pick up before right now.
So, with all this time...
That was Dallas, by the way. Dexter didn't say any of that.
Did you figure out
yes.
which billionaires you were skimming off the top of?
I'm going to answer his question and your question kind of at the same time. Mm-hmm. I just let it go on the biggest accounts from the most profitable banks in the city. It's not that hard to find. I'm smart, but also I am 13.
Literally no one cares, Crookshanks. Shut up.
Disapproving head shake.
Thanks, Dad.
Steppy gets an impressed.
Dad, funny. So
I'm working on something.
You know why you got taken. You know from who you were stealing the money from.
We found out. We didn't know. We didn't know at the time. We didn't know.
You know in this moment. Like, you know
now. Correct.
So okay. So you broke into a house and moved into a house. And did you do any investigating on who owned this house out of curiosity? You were that curious to... Okay. What is
Make
the
insight checks?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Steppy got a 26.
Got a boy.
Mara got a nat 20 for a 25.
That'll do.
I also got a nat 20 for a 27.
Hell yes.
Y'all.
A 25 as well.
All right.
We're very insightful.
Right this moment.
Either that or these kids are really bad at hiding.
Probably both.
Poor Kanolo's dose, you know.
With all of the information that you guys collected through your investigation, and the fact that they are right here in front of you, and you can see them and their nerves, the way that their hands are shaking as they try and use chopsticks for noodles and revert to just spoons and forks. Ada eventually gives up eating altogether, and she just pushes the bowl away from her. And anyone that got above a 20, especially, you see this 1,000-yard stare to her eyes. It does not seem lost on them what's happened. They don't understand how or why it happened either.
Okay. Here's the deal. We want to get you home, but we also want to make sure you're safe, because that's what we were paid to do. And
yeah,
that requires asking you a lot of questions.
Can we ask a couple questions first, then?
Yeah.
You can we can do a couple of question exchanges, but we have a lot more for you.
Yeah.
Iris would just be like, yeah, why not?
How did you know where we were or that we were taken at all? We don't know
we're
any
really
of you.
good at our jobs. Clearly.
We're very smart.
That's how we found you. Because so this benefactor individual, and at this point she's finally going to I imagine, so if we're in a booth, they're in the back, and then Mara's right next to them. I imagine like Crystal's right next to her on the outside of the booth, and then Dexter has taken up point on the other side.
I'm at optimum glaring distance.
Okay, so like it probably goes on circle booth, Dexter, Iris, or Steppy, children, Mara, Crystal.
All right, yeah.
For maximum glare and lookout to rest of place, and then maximum
visual
interaction.
Steppy will be next to Ada, because that means that he can eat her noodles if she doesn't.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Of course.
Overall,
strategy.
So it's at this point,
since you are looking out towards the restaurant as well, you can see that it's gotten to the time of evening where it's filled up enough that the wait staff are going by and opening up personal soundproofing parasols that are a part of each, like the top of the booth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Super dope.
So what it's meant to do is to deaden some of the sound of a loud and crowded restaurant, and also give personal a private dining experience without being a private dining room.
Cool. So Mara's gonna look towards Dexter this time and go, so clearly, like, we've saved them, but the threat to them, I imagine, is not over. Is that correct?
That was a nod, by the way.
But they...
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes.
Kin especially gets visibly nervous after the very solid nod.
So Steppy is going to speak up and say that, like, maybe we should just get him home, get him to sleep, and then tomorrow they will meet the Benefactor.
Well,
but, like,
okay.
And then
all
we
right.
can ask them more
Not
questions.
the Benefactor,
Okay.
Grandpa.
So
we're definitely
hold
going
on.
to go ahead and ask them questions before we bring them back to
I have
Hall
some
of Grandpa.
questions before we take you home then. And
Yeah.
Mara's going to pull out the better picture that they all shared about the guy in the pod and make sure that it's just the guy's face.
Okay.
And she's going to show it to Ada and Ken. Have you ever seen this individual? Do you know who this individual is?
They lean forward and... No. Why? What's he doing?
Do you know? Did we got a picture of?
We could Google a picture of Student Bach.
Yeah, right.
We could space magic Google a picture of Student Bach.
So Amara's then going to pull up a picture of Student Bach and make sure it's just his face. Do you know who this individual is?
Kin takes a look at it, and as Ada looks over, she just turns to her brother and goes, I fucking told you. And he said, there's no way we could have known. There's no way we could have known.
So, before we take you home, why don't you clarify this conversation that's going on between the two of you? I can do persuasion. I can do a persuasion check if you would like.
No need. You guys saved them from...
That's good, because I rolled really
uncertain death and or torture. So they're pretty compliant with you. Ada rubs her temple. When we broke in and he reprogrammed whatever system is there were files on some guy named von Studenbach. And
okay.
I'll be honest with you, Ken's real smart. I got a good eye for photography. We didn't go to school. We lived on the streets.
You never heard of a phone book?
Okay, so now I asked you if you knew. Now I asked you if you knew or had done any, like, you know, had any inkling of whose house you were living at, and you told me no. But you seem like to think that this is the individual that owned the house that you lived in.
Ada looks at her brother and looks back.
And I showed you the picture. So you clearly have done a little bit of digging into this individual. How much do you know about Studenbach?
Ada looks at her brother. That he at one point owned the house.
At one point.
Mara's gonna give Dexter a look, like, unless you say something, I'm gonna tell him.
Dexter's not gonna say anything.
Steppy's gonna say something.
So Mara's gonna look and just be like, he still owns the house.
Steppy's gonna speak up.
Okay.
And interrupt and say again, like, Steppy's gonna say, I don't think a lot of people have had information to, like, or time to absorb all the information. I think telling them, Steppy's just gonna be like, I think we should ask more questions at the house. Absolutely. But, like, at this point, that is the only safe house that we have. If we tell them if we tell each other everything, pointing to like, as in they tell us everything and we tell them everything, then like we don't want to like negate trust anyway. Like out of character, Steppy is trying to casually say, what if they don't want to go back to the house? What if we tell them?
Yeah, exactly.
So like
that's the point though.
Well, but like we need to get them there for a second at least so they can get their stuff. Like I don't want to.
We get them back to the ship. If they don't want to go back to the house, we get them back to the ship. We go grab their stuff. Smash and grab.
That's don't they have trillions of dollars like of their coding?
That's digital currency.
I'm just saying like that puts a target on literally that you were saying we were paid to like protect and stuff. That puts a target on that house and keeps a target on them. We need to at least see if there's a way to, but there can be a way to reverse it if it's just an algorithm he's left on. He can literally just fix the problem potentially.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the first thing I was trying to do was see what the kids know about the creepy dude that watches them in the house that they live in.
I don't think they know anything.
They know nothing.
Great. So then the next part of the conversation is, hey, there's a dude that's been aware of you living in this house for these years.
Then they're not going to want to go back, and I don't know what we're going to do with the kids unless take
them.
Then
we fucking
the ship.
I think
take them to the ship.
And then what? Are we adopting them?
You adopted Mara.
Maybe.
I think
that kid's got some brains.
Steppy thinks they should have the opportunity to meet the man that was watching him. If I knew someone was taking care of me for 8 years, I'd want to at least meet them. I'd like them to have that opportunity.
If somebody's watching me without my consent for 8 years, I'd put them in jail.
Idiot cat.
I like to imagine everybody's gotten real silent and is just making eyes at each other.
That is correct. This whole conversation is just the way
I'm just going to let you know, Crystal does not give half a shit.
She is eating noodles.
Just eating noodles.
Iris is in we completed the mission mode.
Okay, fine. Steppy, Dexter, and Mara are all just like,
but like, and Kin is just watching everyone's eyes, like, what is happening?
Just shoveling noodles covered in chocolate sauce into my face.
The mission was also to get them back to the house and find out what happened. So, like, the mission's not quite done unless we let him know.
Right, but that's the beauty of being a bounty hunter, is if we don't like the person that did the mission, we can still get the kids to protective custody outside of that dude.
Yeah, but if we don't do the job, like, he can still put a warrant out on us.
This was a civil matter.
Do you want to go home? And by home, I mean this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that the kids don't want to go home. I mean, I'm saying ask the kids, do they want to go home? And if they say no, don't take them.
You guys, even though his eyes are way bigger than both of y'all's combined, he's outnumbered in the amount of eyes. So he'll just put his little hands back and let you do whatever.
I guess like this is my question is what if you have a person that's has a potential issue with going back to the house, asking them if they want to go back or not is what we're going to do. And if they say yes, then great. But if they say no, we're not going to force them to go back to the house. That's the setup. Are you saying that we should force them to go back to the house?
No, I'm saying
disagree.
I'm telling you we should tell them outside of the house. There are people looking for these children near where we are. We don't know when they're going to find out. And we literally went to one of the nearest buildings to where we left. I think it'd be dumb to have all the conversation right here. I think we should give them the option before they meet him right in front of the house. And if they say, no, I don't want to do this, we can leave from there because that's closer to our spaceship anyway.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Question.
You said that's
That's super nitpicky is what I was going to say.
Question.
I mean, it's super fair. I just don't want to like start fighting again with kids there.
We're not super close to where we were.
I thought
we're in a different district.
We're in a whole other district.
Then I was confused about the thing. Either way, I like Steppy already like out.
Right?
Hello.
Like we're pretty far away from where we started.
My fault.
Yeah.
It's all good. Moving forward.
Because Iris took one of them and fucked off like 500 feet and then just disappeared.
Yeah, I dimension doored.
So like we left the district. So we're
you guys had Iris had made it out 500 feet and then cheesed it to Dessert Noodle, which is in the district of Dutch Osaka, which is several districts over from the old town.
Which
so
isn't that a couple blocks
for some reason
the house?
I thought she dimension doored right outside of the noodle place. And that's why I was like, we're like 500 feet away. Let's fucking
No, we already got
there was a miscommunication.
I dimension doored as far as I could dimension door, and then I fucking ran.
Yeah, we got you.
It was like, so like we should just be closer to the ship anyway, because I thought we were like literally the next door by 500.
Just in the mission ship shop above the place they got.
I was just like, bro, we can leave.
You guys are the worst rescuers of all time.
We're gonna take back some of that arguing.
But
we're
in that meantime
from the house.
Yes, you are a few blocks away from the house. Make perception checks for me, please.
Yes, I punch somebody.
As you guys are digging through this information with Ada and Ken, and Ada sort of seems like she's shut down and she's just diverted all of the responsibility to her brother. And you take a few moments to glare at each other and have that telepathic conversation of, where the fuck are we doing? What's going on? What were these rolls?
Dirty 20.
That is a dirty 3.
I got a dirty 20 as well.
24.
I got a 10.
Crystal and Mara, you through the crowd see the tuft of pink hair first, and Iris, you look up as you're slurping noodles. You look up and see Crystal and Mara just, hello. There's someone coming towards us, and well, you all look back as Lemley, with her bionic arm and leg, and a pair of dark tinted glasses on.
Oh, you fucker.
Are we okay? So Mara's real quickly, as soon as she spots them,
oh my god,
going to like lean down and like whisper to Dexter, "Are we trusting Lenley?"
Dexter's gonna look at the kids and say, "Don't look her in the eyes."
Just trusting Lenley,
Chris,
yes
just
or no?
As I saw Lemley, Crystal just said out loud, "Pink Q-tip."
Don't make eye contact.
Dexter's gonna say that we advocate for the kids. If they don't want to go, they don't go.
Yeah, she makes her way to your table.
She's gonna look to the kids real quick and be like, "Just, we're gonna get you home. We're here for you. Just sit quiet real quick, okay?"
Let the adults do the talking.
Okay.
Adults.
Characters.
That was used loosely.
And
supervised all the time.
Gonna
it's so like, safe.
Mara's gonna like scooch closer to the kids.
You scoot, and as Lemley pulls a chair, gives it a turn, and sits down. Well, first off, congratulations, everyone. Second, lovely to meet you, Ada and Ken. How are the two of you? And she gives them a look up and down, and so he could have done worse.
Oh, he could have. No, we could have. Something really offended.
They don't look sleep deprived. They don't even look dehydrated necessarily. In fact, they look better. It's weird. Anyway, so you finished your bounty.
They look better than what?
When they left. Before they got kidnapped. I guess it's a weird way to say it, but...
Oh, because kids don't eat right.
If left to their own devices.
I got it. I was like, what's that mean? Like it was something sinister. No, it's because kids live on junk food and trash.
And they were like being forced fed
the people that
food
caught
and
needed like actual
water.
meals.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Thank you for getting that.
Yeah, I was like, at first, immediately my heckles were up, like, she's not to be trusted.
Yeah, Crystal was like, that's fucking, hello? What are you talking about?
We got it.
Everyone
we got it.
We figured it out.
We'll teach the children the necessary safety precautions for checking who owns the house they're squatting in, and then we'll get to nutrition.
We'll get there. Sure. There's a couple of things.
It's a whole series.
It's a whole system.
It's fine.
It's
There's videotapes involved.
It's great.
It's a course.
just Dexter Dempsey pulling up a chair. So you broke into a mansion.
Record scratch.
Now you're wondering how you got here. Who owns this house?
Anyway, so there's your chaos parfait. I put it in the chat.
Yes. Provide.
Use a stream for a quick a quick chat break.
Here for it.
Load, bitch.
I'll put it in. I'm putting it in the Discord right now.
A squonk.
What a great sound.
I really like it. I don't know what you want from me.
It's a great sound. I was just saying.
I'm easily excitable.
I haven't made a thing. I'm glad you like it.
That noise should be a sound alert.
We do need to clip
I would gladly pay channel points to make that thing happen again and again and again.
Here's hoping I clipped soon enough.
What are you gonna do with your several thousand?
We love you, Sarah.
Channel points. Well, let me tell you, squawk, squawk, squawk.
It was a cute squeak.
It was adorable.
It's so good.
Oh no, they're gone.
They're on the ground.
Magic trick. Witchcraft.
That you knew.
You broke her.
I was on.
You broke them. You
They're
broke
gone.
You broke them all.
Okay.
I'm putting it in the Discord right now.
Any hoodles.
I did. I clipped it just in time.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know how to turn that into a sound, but we have a clip.
But we're gonna find
download
a way.
it. And send it to me, and I can at least clip out just that.
Just the bit.
Can I just send it to you?
Figure it out later.
We'll help you later.
I don't like this.
Oh, is Sarah broken?
Just a little, not like a lot. Like a little.
I don't love this.
Not a huge fan.
It's not great. Okay,
it's not my favorite thing.
But, are at Dessert Noodle in the back with your private soundproof parasol popped up with Ada and King and even Lemley.
Lemley showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Dexter's gonna look at Lemley and say, "The kids are safe. We're gonna make sure that they stay that way. It's their decision where they want to go."
Correct. What are you doing about their threat? This doesn't solve the what are we doing about that? That doesn't solve the problem.
Well, in a super convoluted bureaucratic kind of way, that would require a different bounty. That would require to pick up. That would require to pick up the bounty that the benefactor did in fact place on, and she turns to the kids, did place on your head, unless the money is returned to him, them. Excuse me. Not that. Oh, damn it. Anyway, if they can get the money back, then he's willing to drop the bounty that he's put on them. Yeah, that would take down one of his 85 bounties that he's put out.
Good Lord.
Put out on them? Over some money?
No. Not just out on other people. It doesn't even include the ones that people are trying to put out on him.
Bro needs to calm down.
Settle.
Have you ever had a conversation? Ever?
With anyone?
You ever
No,
just talk about things?
No.
No, he just sues people.
Absolutely not.
Ridiculous.
Sends out the hounds.
And yeah, I absolutely 100% agree. that they are free to go wherever they like. They may return to Fun Student Box Mansion. That was stipulated in the bounty, that they don't need to come back to him. They're orphans. You're free to do as you want. And it was just for you to find them happy, healthy. So this belongs to you. And she
money, please.
She drops a file on the table.
That doesn't look like money.
It has an insignia pressed into it of a crown of ivy with 3 doves sprouting from what appears to be a fountain. Your credits are in there. They're paper credits, so just give them a scan and they'll hop right in. It's the easiest thing to do in these sort of situations.
So Dexter's gonna look at Ken and ask him, "Can you make him whole?"
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna need better than a probably.
Yes.
Can you,
sir?
Don't like that.
Crystal gives him just a little pat on his head.
I don't know what you want. Yeah, yes, sir.
Mara's just gonna like pat him on the since she's sitting all the way close to them, she's just gonna pat him on the knee and she'll be like, "Listen,
You're gonna be fine.
We'll get it. Don't let him bully you. It's fine. We're gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be just great."
Debbie nods.
So as soon as Lenley leaves, unless she has anything else to
yeah,
say.
Where does Lady Lemley's business end in this particular situation?
Yeah.
Since no one has gone for the folder just yet,
Crystal grabs it.
And
I mimed it. Sorry, I mimed it without saying anything.
Thank you.
Just as the Crystal would do.
Yeah, Crystal does not say words. Why would say words?
Yeah, just
when
just
action do fine.
You open it and it has a little dossier, a little mini dossier on each of one of you, just short little blip, anything that anyone could search for you aside
what
from
does Mara's say?
Mara's says off planet. It labels your species, and it details Discordia
as
it just has the word Discordia.
Interesting.
Crystals includes a bunch of photographs that people took of her being like a cryptid on random planets. Like really blurry photos.
Are you flipping through this while you're
of her in her star form?
Crystal's the front.
So it looks like there's just a void where they're trying to take a picture and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. They're labeled as like government anomalies.
Yeah.
I love that.
Crystal's just lovingly flipping through them.
There's just like forum.
Can Mara
vacation.
Can Mara grab her sheet? What is this?
That's
and
where
like
most
point
of them
to
came
the
from.
Point to the Discordia. What is this?
I'll be totally honest with you. I don't really know. I'm not the one that put them together. I just had the
who puts them together?
Take a look through that.
No, I'm looking. She holds up one of the photos of her.
As you hold up the photo, a piece of cardstock falls out, and on the table it has that same insignia on pressed onto it in a navy blue, and on the back of it there's a silver lined globe situation, like an old school 70s global news television
would have. Yeah, where it's got the latitude, longitude lines.
Yeah, exactly that. And it says in bold letters, the harmony of balance.
I like that.
That doesn't mean anything.
Sounds fishy.
Dexter's legitimately gonna laugh. Just, I love you, Crystal.
I mean, you're right. That's my card. If you need to get in touch with me again or anyone involved in Harmonia, harmony of balance is just what they call our team. It's honestly, it's dumb. I hated it. I didn't vote for it. But Harmonia is, if you guys are interested in doing bigger and better things than this, then they're going to be some of the people you connect with.
That's not answers to any of the questions.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I still want to know who got these photos.
What? Same.
Iris is just gonna, while eating it with one hand, silently reach her other hand over and like dig through the papers and find her own. Take it, read it.
As soon as you reach out,
just give me that.
Each of these is a like large letter sized paper that has that's the credit. That's these paper credits that they print out because it's easier to offer to freelancers. However, were you to be a member of the Harmonia organization, they would have more information to just direct deposit. And there are not photos other than like the ones of Crystal, because those are things that can come up when like her name and her planet and all of these other little details, which for Crystal is about a whole page long. For Mara, it is just that little post-it note size. Dexter and Iris's are about a couple of paragraphs, mostly detailing generic information that is.
Can Mara also grab Dexter's, please? She's gonna grab Dexter's and just tuck it behind hers.
They have information detailing like different families, different lineages, especially because the two of you, your families have been stationed in Alexandria specifically for many generations. There's a litany of like etceteras included onto that. And Steppy's has about as much as Mara. It has mushrooms. Gecko.
Question mark.
Gecko.
Crystal's looking through her thing and she's like, some of this is completely incorrect.
Who's their fact checker?
Steppy just says all of this.
Compiled these dossiers because these are garbage.
They really.
I mean, I love hearing about the rumors of things that I've done on other planets when I wasn't there, but you know.
Did anybody think that you controlled the tides? Dexter's gonna lean over and ask.
Oh, well, which ones? I'll take those. And Lemley.
Iris would be leaning over Crystal's shoulder and be like, "That's a good picture of you."
It is, isn't it?
You really got a nice angle there.
Isn't it nice?
You should keep that one.
I might, you know.
Frame it.
Don't think you're getting. Mara's gonna lean over and just tell Lindley, I don't think you're getting any of those back.
Are they? Were they not mine to keep?
Them.
Evening.
What? I figured this
she
was
stands up and walks out.
Not the only copy.
Well,
cool.
Emily terrifies and intrigues me.
Mara's gonna glance down at both hers and then lift the page and look at Dexter's real quick, do a quick scan, put them back, hand them back to Crystal to put back in the folder, and just like give you that later stare, and pat.
That later stare, eh?
That later stare.
Yep, but not. Yep.
Yeah, I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. Don't you worry.
Something dossier.
She's gonna pat Kin on the shoulder. Do you guys want to go home?
I do miss my bed.
We have a couple things to still discuss, but we can take you home.
Dallas, I hate you.
Thanks.
Steppy's just gonna write person after Gecko on his card, and then
Gecko person.
Gecko person.
Gecko person.
Gecko, and then I'll put it.
Dexter's gonna look at the kids. Von Studenbach is alive and lives in that mansion in a capacity that allows him to see you guys. He's seen you the entire time.
Which is why we have
chosen not to interact with
you. He cocks his head. Yeah. I mean, okay, well, I don't. That makes sense.
I think you need to meet someone else before you decide that you're.
And you're just cool with that.
No, I thought it was Levi. It was Levi leeching off of our shit.
Come on, buddy. And she's gonna pat him on the arm and just kind of like gesture to Crystal, like, scooch. Come on, scooch.
What?
Scooch.
Oh shit.
Scooch.
She gets up.
Come on. Well, they stay. They don't stay. At least they'll be fully informed.
Yep. To the house.
To the house we go.
To the manor. To the mansion.
It's gotten very rainy in the time since your escape, and since the sun has gone down, as you traverse puddles and
they don't look like themselves right now.
Okay.
Right, because
of the disguise kit.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Also, Crystal splashes in all the puddles.
She would.
It's just a fun fact about Crystal.
Make a perception check.
Fun fact about Crystal.
Dexter does not stomp in the puddles, but he vicariously lives through Crystal.
Please do better than me. I rolled a 2. I got a 7.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I rolled perception. It's always a bloodbath. That's a dirty 4.
25. It's not your job to perceive, my dear.
Nope. I punch things.
24.
Splash!
Crystal gets to like her 10th puddle, and you can see Ada, who has been especially like sullen and not engaged in anything. You see just a small smile turn as you step in the last puddle and make your way through the gates up to the
Crystal finds
brick.
One especially big puddle, splashes into it, and then turns into a duck for a second.
Oh my god.
One feels like a duck in all this wet.
Quack, quack. Too old to be a duckling, but she's just like...
Just wiggle butts around.
Wiggle butts around for a few seconds and then just pops right back up and keeps walking like nothing.
Mara stops and stares at you of like, what the... Who the frick is this?
Dexter's not generally jealous of the druid arts, but sometimes.
At this time.
I'm sorry, there's a fun
duck.
Crystal?
I want to be a duck with a wiggle butt.
Mara leans
like,
over.
I am always fun.
Mara leans over and whispers to Steppy. Turns out Fun Crystal comes out during the rain.
Fun Crystal comes out at very weird times.
Steppy's gonna be like, we should have figured that Fun Crystal comes out at opposite times of everybody else's fun personalities. Like,
I like the rain.
Hitting and shit.
Okay, I'm just gonna go, I guess.
Wait, come back!
What?
Ow!
Sarah, don't leave.
But we love you.
Sarah, it's cause she's me. It's because
you can't leave all the plants.
I also have summertime seasonal affective disorder.
So, you guys make your way up to the doors, right at the precipice. Aiden can look up and lag a little bit behind. And
Mara would have like kept Kit like looped potentially with Ada too if she was like feeling up for it, but like she would have had an arm looped in both of them as like a cheery like
big sister.
Let's go skip down through the rain.
But also
like,
don't
cheery,
fucking
whatever,
run.
But also like
I rescued you once, you son of a bitch. I'll do it again.
I'm protecting your ass.
This isn't a pirate ship, bitch.
Most subtle threat you'll ever have, kid. Let's keep going.
Like your mom holding your hand in the store after you grab something.
Yep.
What? Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know. She's in big sister mode.
Yeah.
She's nice and friendly right now.
You feel the unsteady breath between the two of them. And as you all step up and stop right at the door, Ada reaches across you to grab Kin's hand and just gives it a squeeze. Okay, let's go
Ready
home.
for an introduction?
I think so.
Let's go. You say the word, we'll leave.
Okay.
Okay. And Mara will wait for one of them to like start opening the door, and then not like forcefully, but like kind of like gently like put her foot out and be like, all right, let's go, and like, kind of kick the door open, but not hard.
Not hard.
As Crystal walks in, she remarks to herself, oh, I should take a nap.
We're getting there. Wait for it.
That was my last wild shape, and I used it just for funsies.
No.
Oh fuck, what's his name? Blue.
Yes, you push through the doors.
I'm very impressive even without the wild shape, but
yeah, with the wild shape.
Little Blue Fred is right there, just bouncing with a digitized little smile and little music notes around his eyes.
This is important. Does he still have the tattoo?
Of course.
Yes. Excellent.
Yes.
You gave him a personality.
No, we helped. We
brought it to the surface. It was there.
We helped make his shine.
Well, Bluefred, lead the way.
Bluefred continues to just bob.
I don't like that he's not talking. I actually really hate that he's not talking.
He doesn't say anything when we come in.
Not at this point. Not
Bluefred.
yet.
Bluefred.
My boy.
What
does he do with my boy?
Program.
You what?
What a program?
Hello.
What?
Hello.
I'm sorry,
You've awakened me. Hello, world.
What's up, Bluebird?
Thank you for waking me. I was asleep.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, Mistress Ada, Master Kin. How are you?
Can you, Bluefred, do you remember who we are?
Yes. Your name is Mara.
Fabulous.
Dexter. Steppy.
Oh, he's going through all of it.
Crystal.
Oh, bless his heart.
Iris.
Thank you, Bluefred.
Oh, bless his heart.
Can you do me a favor, Bluefred?
Or his gears. Bless his gears.
Bless his gears.
Can you please bring Student Bach down?
Certainly. And,
Thank you.
Bluefred backs up, and the faceplate shifts to a projector, and the hologram of Student Bach's figure stands before you. As your bear raiding with a party of 8, we've just returned the orphans to Hollow Grandpa. And Hollow Grandpa is meeting the orphans.
We're returning the orphans to Hollow Grandpa. The orphans to Hollow Grandpa, to Hollow Grandpa.
We're taking the hobbits to
Isengard.
Woohoo! I can barely believe it. It's a raid. I love that. Oh. Hi, Molar Bear, Velociraptor. Love you.
And Von Studenbach stands wearing his garments have changed. He's wearing like a nice suit with it's a very Dutch provincial suit. There's no real lapels. There's no collar. He's just sort of standing there, wringing his hands, and it almost looks like he's like combed what little wispy hairs he has back. Hello. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at these.
Thanks for the lurk. See you later, Quinn.
And Studenbach actually looks to the rest of you in an attempt of save me. Help.
Mara just steps forward and like gestures the kid like she's been looped arms with them, and she kind of just does one of these and like pushes them just a hair before her, and it's like, so you have some talking to do.
Steppy will give the old man.
So Dexter's gonna put his hand on Kin's shoulder and be like, "Didn't you break into somebody's house?"
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Studenbach, sir.
Well, hold on now. And Mara's gonna look at Dexter. He never he didn't show. He may have broke in, but they didn't know he was here.
Should we?
Dexter's gonna look at you and just be so mad. Stop undermining my parent.
As Mara says that, Von Studenbach says, that is true. I wanted to respect your privacy, and in that I attest that no security footage has been retained, and your years here have been privately logged, and I did keep some key moments if you are interested in looking back, or if in the future you ever have kids of your own and you want to show them. There were formative moments that I did not think you would want to miss. So those are saved on a private server and cloud, and I hope that this home, and he gets the nerves sort of steel for a moment, and he looks directly into Ada and Kin's eyes, and he takes their hands as much as he can as a hologram. They sort of let him. They allow it, and what's interesting about the von Studenbach hologram technologies is that there is some sensation from the photons. So it's not as if you are touching nothing. There is some sort of vibration that happens when you touch a hologram directly, which is usually why they just say don't do it, because it's just a weird sensation. It's like holding a vibrator. It just buzzes in your hand. It's weird.
And then your hand feels buzzy after.
Yes. And that sort of sensation has not been a big part of the feedback of the consumer research for von Studenbach. So, von Studenbach Industries. But he takes their hands and looks at them and says, I hope that this home has been safe for you. I know that it's not always safe out in the world. You are welcome to stay here. I have no need of this house. I have no need of any of the services that the robots provide for you. And my estate truly is equipped to take care of growing children and perhaps any families that they may choose or choose not to have, and involve any sort of guardianship. Not that I am your guardian. And he clams up again and lets their hands go and starts wringing his hands again.
Starts openly panicking. Poor guy.
Why don't we do this? Is this, and she'll look to Dexter. This house you deem safe?
Dexter's gonna look at Mara, and then he's gonna look at the kids, and he's gonna say, "It's not our call if it's safe or not. It's theirs."
Safe. I mean, safe from them being attacked again.
All he has to do is get back the money, and he said that he can get the money back. So,
pointed look
at the kid.
Yeah, pointed look at the child.
Why don't we?
The thief.
Go up to the room you guys are more comfortable in. You guys can sit down and have a nice long chat. Everyone can sit down and have a nice long chat.
I would prefer not to do any chatting.
You can take a nap.
Does anyone want to play Dance Dance Revolution? I'm down.
Yeah. We were very good at it before.
Mara will give you such a look, like, I am down.
I didn't get to play last time.
Yeah, I didn't get to play either.
Okay, so it sounds
this is
like
bullshit.
They could have a long talk, and we should all play Dance Dance Revolution, is what it sounds
You
like.
can sit and watch them talk if you would like to, Mara.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like Mara should mediate, and we should all play Dance Dance.
This seems like the simplest solution.
It does.
No, I think he's got the math right there. I think that's the way to go.
Oh, you don't think there's anything else that needs to be discussed? Nothing at all?
No, it doesn't sound like
no,
the thing that
not at all.
No,
Okay.
Kids doesn't sound right.
No, the kids are really important.
Safe.
Okay, so
kids are
anyway.
important. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
You
got
guys
paid.
suggest going upstairs, and von Studenbach says, "Yes, of course, please."
Dexter's gonna take out. Dexter's gonna take out his card before the kids go.
Oh yeah, that's what I was.
And he's gonna hand it to. What's the sister's name? It's Ada. He's gonna hand it to Ada. He's gonna look in her face. He's gonna say, "Clearly, you're the more responsible one. If anything goes wrong, anything at all,
I was implying we stay around.
Send
for
us a message.
Bit.
No.
For them to have a conversation.
We were gonna stay around and play.
They can have as much conversation as they want.
Yeah, we were gonna play Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like saying we are leaving. I'm sorry.
No, before they leave to go somewhere else, Dexter is going to hand her the card and make perfectly clear that if anything is ever not on the up and up, or if anything goes back to the way that they don't want it to be, if anything goes on at all, give us a message, let us know. And if we're on planet, we'll do everything we can. And if we're not, we'll make sure that we know somebody on planet that can.
And Mara's gonna point at Studenbach. Update your locks.
Studenbach looks to Kin, and Kin looks at you. Okay. Mara takes the card and. Why?
Why what?
Because it's the right thing to do.
Because duty, that's why.
Why?
He said duty.
Duty.
Thanks.
Gross.
He said duty.
Seriously, the Benefactor seemed like he was this gentleman trying to be a gangster, and didn't really do much but scare us. He didn't even the guards didn't touch either of us. And, like the pink-haired lady said, we look better than we left. They were giving us cucumber water. And I don't want to go back there. It sucked. It was awful, and I was fucking scared.
Dexter's gonna hug her right then. No hesitation. I was scared. Hug.
Confidence.
She freezes for a moment, and you feel her body tense and resist the hug for a moment,
There's no resisting the hug.
And then her body relaxes, and she just is grateful for the regulation.
Yeah.
Thanks. She wipes her eyes. I needed that. I'll make sure he gets the money taken care of.
Good.
Before she turns around and walks away, Iris would grab both of Ada's hands and just look her in the eye and be like, we rescued you once. If you need us to, we'll rescue you again. And then turn around and leave.
So help me God, I'll do it again.
Bible dimension.
Don't you fucking try me. I'll fucking
God.
save your ass again.
3 times? 4 times?
I'll do it.
Never been so safe.
Keep saving your ass. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if it's militant.
Aggressive positivity.
Okay. And you can tell that she doesn't...
It's supposed to be reassuring.
She's not totally, like, registering how or why. But it is comforting her in some way.
She's like, why does this feel nice? Why is this comforting?
Is this love?
Is this compassion?
What?
I don't like it.
Well.
Don't like it.
And if you would like to have a conversation with von Studenbach at some point or another, you are certainly welcome to. For the most part, Ada and Kin will be, for now, just returning and reacclimating to their lives and reversing the
crashing in their house for a
We're
second.
all kind of going upstairs and like helping, essentially being around for mediation.
Helping them unpack.
On the way up there,
they had some stuff.
You know, Mara has been like, I'm sorry, we don't have anything we need to discuss. Nothing at all. But she's been going back and forth between going to argue with Dexter and then business side, and going to argue with Dexter and business side. As they're going up the stairs, she's like gonna like put a hand on his shoulder and like wait until till student box further up, and just like lean in and whisper, so what about Pod Guy? We're just not. Dexter's
just gonna look at her. Dexter's gonna stare down at her and just be like, "Fucking don't! Like this is not the time. Keep that in your back pocket. We know that. He doesn't need to know we know that."
Okay. Got it.
Let the man get his surrogate children back under his wing, and then if he gets uppity some other time, we hit him with the whammy.
We know about your body, you man. He gets sassy with us. We'll just scream about we know about the diesel fuel.
Yeah. You guys get Ada and Kin settled. There were some dishes left out, and over the course of the time that they were gone, things do need a little bit of cleanup. And you guys are helpful with that, and they are extremely gracious. Kin gets.
I imagine Mara tries to throw them away, and one of them, somebody else stops her. Like, don't just throw things away.
Don't just
dish is dirty.
Those are glass.
They're usable.
It's silver. Stop that.
Them. Yes, and the street urchins will collect them.
The street urchins are in the house. Kin gets settled in to his room. You would think that he'd take some time like away from this, but he does like almost frantically get to typing and recoding the whole situation. Ada finds refuge in her room alone, and after you guys everyone has a turn on Funky Town, which, and aside, I watched children at my niece's first recital dance to Funky Town.
Nice.
And I didn't remember to mention it earlier.
Were they funky?
They were funk-ish.
Oh, okay.
Funk adjacent.
On their way to
they were
funk
adjacent. I mean, it's a bunch of white Nebraskans.
Like Funky Village. Funky Township.
Funky Township.
And von Studenbach as they've all settled, he turns to you all and also very directly and decidedly at Dexter. I believe I owe you some further explanation, all of you.
You don't say.
It's not gonna happen. But my bastard instinct just immediately was like, after Mara's like, should we tell him about the man in the wall? No, don't tell him about the man in the wall. We have more to talk about. About the man in the wall?
Egg pod man.
Egg pod boy.
Dexter's just gonna nod for one time for the one time.
Yep.
Please.
Because he would be the one to initiate.
Mm-hmm. Follow me, please.
Follow.
He walks down he walks down the stairs and onto the first floor where it's very lavishly furnished, and walks a little ways down another hall, and then puts a hand on one of the doors with a beautiful brass doorknob and intricate stained glass at the top portion of it. He sighs as he lays his hand on the brass doorknob and turns it, pushes through, and ushers all of you in. And I would like perception checks all around.
Crookshanks, no one cares.
Oh, goody.
I really enjoyed the Crookshanks, no one cares, followed by a Maria.
I got a 16.
24.
22.
22.
I got a natural 20. That is a 26, I believe.
Nice.
How bad is it?
It's a dirty 5.
You, Crystal, I think, is the first one actually that just sort of instinctively searches for some sort of motion sensor to have lights go off. And as the lights very slowly turn on, giving this incandescent sort of feel to the place. The furniture is big, it's stuffy, it's a dark tweed that smells so musty. You can tell that no one has been in this room for years. Unless, of course, they were a hologram and you can tell if they left any trace.
Yeah, that'll do.
The walls are lined with bookshelves and extremely rare books as well, right alongside these colorful large print children's books there are also various places throughout the library that have like a middle school reader, teenager, like every age group is represented in this space, and there's a small corner with a large round tufted beanbag poof just alongside the large seat. And there's a stone fireplace that's covered in cobwebs, covered in dust. And von Studenbach walks and just sort of stands in the center of the room. Please. Crystal and Steppy, the two of you are the first ones to start scanning the bookshelves, and you can see in the spaces where there are no books, there are little trinkets, little rocks, little clay figurines mixed in with pictures of von Studenbach and a toothless, giant-grinned, red-headed child. So you found the surviving pod.
Yeah, the dead body being kept alive by fuel.
I suppose that is what it is.
Hashtag Crystal tells it like it is.
I hope that you can forgive an old man in his desperations. What is in the surviving pod is not, nor was human. That I can assure you.
Looked pretty human to us. Just saying.
Yes. Yes. The advancements that Duke John was pushing for right at the end of my career with my company made it possible to invest in such truly uncanny technology. Yes.
So why is he in your wall?
Yeah, gonna need a persuasion check.
Oh. Can I help with that?
You may.
I was gonna ask if Crystal could help, but she would probably actually impose disadvantage, so Crystal helping would make it worse.
Got 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah. The idea of a hologram needing to sit to collect his thoughts is the irony of it is not necessarily lost on you. It's very funny as this very exhausted looking old man sits in this large chair and gets comfortable. I had no children of my own. I never seemed well geared for it, as it were, and the career that I was building was very intensive. It would not have allowed for a child rearing experience that a child should have or needs. What I did have was my very dear nephew, August. Augustus Marquis. He was always very strong, so in his late 20s, it was hard to hear that even in this society that we have created, this utopia on a planet millions of light years away from our ancestors, we still cannot escape the grip of death. I wanted to try. Not with his body. I could never have brought myself to do that. But a replica. An android. A few androids. It took some time to get the kinks worked out.
Dexter's gonna just take the pause and that thing's not conscious, is it?
Not conscious in the way that any of us were. But at von Studenbach Industries and Labs, we were able to create an AI situation, as everyone does these days, but one where you could program some memories, thoughts, core emotions, and core memories into a computer. He is not August. In fact, it's difficult to bring myself to call him August. I usually refer to him by his number.
Why do you keep him then?
Yeah, this doesn't answer why there's a body in your wall.
It's true.
And also, there's like a moral dilemma here. Like, this is an ethical problem.
Correct. That is why he is hidden in a wall. Where a sentimental old man can relive some memories. I am grateful that you have returned these children to a place where they can live lives of safety. Of their own volition. I do not intend to necessarily be a parent unless they need it or want it. They know I am here now. Thank you for showing me that it was wrong to keep my presence hidden.
Well, maybe make them eat better.
Yeah.
And clean.
Oh God,
Just
what
ain't
were they
clean up.
eating?
They need vegetables.
I'll have to check.
For the
I'll
love
have to
of
check
God.
the logs.
That boy needs chicken and rice. Stat.
So many veggies.
It seems like you mean incredibly well, but you can't, if you want to be part of their lives and you have saved them from something terrible, and if you want to be part of their lives, you have to make sure they understand what role you want to play in it. So that they can choose what role they want you to play in it.
I suppose you're right. At this age, I'm not necessarily fit for father, uncle.
Family.
I mean, age is but a number.
Father. It depends on what kind of family they need. But having someone there for them, if you're going to be family, they need to know that you want to be family. And if you don't want to be family, you don't have to be a father to be family. You can just be
support.
Found family is a thing.
Of family. But if you don't want to be family, they need to know that as well. You enter into a relationship with these individuals on some level of business to personal. And if it's very personal, such as family, they must know. If it's just a caretaker, they must know that too.
You're right. I do have some thinking to do on that.
They're good kids. They deserve to have a conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve to be able to choose. Mm-hmm. And if they now know you're there and see you as family, don't get their hopes up that you're family if you don't want to be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just gonna look at them. There are worse places to start than Genius Loci.
Also, do something about the fucking body in the wall. That's creepy.
For the love of God. Dexter is going to break for just a second. How far along did you get in making those human?
The intent was never... The initial intent was never human.
What was the initial intent?
Preservation.
Why didn't you just make another hologram?
Frankly, as far as I know, It's only Studenbach Industries. However, that is not an institution that I can be affiliated with. Due to contracts signed at the end of my life, I am barred from any and all von Studenbach company relations. And you see this this sense of this is a very gentle man. Weston von Studenbach is well-intentioned, if a little misunderstood and misguided in the choices that he makes. He has not shown much or any malicious intent. When he mentions sort of being boxed out of von Studenbach Industries right at the end of his life, there's a bitterness and a betrayal that does cloud his eyes. However, I agree with you, and the android can no longer stay with me. I do not want to force anything on you. However, he is a reliable crew member.
Are you giving us a robot?
An egg pod robot.
It's strange, I know. And
Mara just looks at Dexter of like, do we get a robot?
We're getting a robot nephew?
I thought you said, Mara's gonna get quiet with her hands, diplomatic Mara, hands in lap. She's gonna just like go to the edge of the room and just be like,
This is robot stuff.
Gonna uninvolve myself
and just start looking through like the books because
you start looking through the books.
Yeah, she's checking out.
Mara
she's
just walks away.
If you, I'm not.
Rainbow song.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
Do me a favor. Roll a d4 for me, Mara. Yes.
Sure.
And von Studenbach sort of steps in. I understand it may seem strange to you. I want this machine creation to go to someone that is going to take care of it. And I have seen that you've already taken excellent care to rescue these orphans and bring them back to a place that is safe. So
I want to take my tongue and
as he is expressing that he really wants to just offer this as an extension of gratitude in addition to the bounty.
Run it all over your body until you
bigger books, and you hear as the bookcase in front of you slides.
Mara, like, immediately, as soon as she pulls it, she just, like...
it slides open, and standing before you is the 6.5 foot tall, red-headed, clad in green and black.
It's the android
bodysuit. Yes. And he is standing very, very stock straight.
I take that back. Mara drops said book and throws her hands up and turns around like, I didn't touch anything. I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
You definitely did something.
And the android starts walking towards and just stops right in front of von Student, right next to von Studenbach. Ah, yes. Well, everyone, this is You may call me Android 16.
Motherfucker!
Oh, God fucking damn it.
I knew it! I'm so upset.
Steppy happily puts his hand out.
You're out here black and green bodysuit. I was like, no. No.
Oh, yes.
No, who would ever?
Whatever.
Who would do that? Oh my God.
It's cool. Student Bach is Giro. It's fine. Well, see, now I'm just gonna mentally associate every character that we've introduced. I'm just gonna associate with a stupid DBZ character.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
Oh, so here for it.
That would be why it's all going over my head.
Yes.
I was like, I'm missing something important here.
Listen, as soon as Googling started happening, I Googled it and I went, oh, okay. I looked up
black and green bodysuit and got Shigo, and I was
Shigo,
like, I give up.
Right? I was like, that's Shigo. And then I was like, wait a minute, 6.5 feet, red hair, nephew, Android.
What, babe?
All coming together.
Only would have shown up for
literally
orange
heard
and
you.
blue.
He literally said.
He heard you say Dragon Ball Z across the apartment.
The
with
apartment.
Are we talking about Dragon Ball Z?
You talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Are you talking about nerd shit?
Nerd. Yes, a full
Coda, same.
Good. Then you know that I didn't steal it. And von Studenbach sort of gestures to him. As I said, he is designed with a moldable AI. You can teach him just about anything that you may need to do on a ship.
What? I'm sorry. Are we keeping
Crystal
him?
is just like slowly walking around him, like inspecting.
Mara would like to peer and look where he came from. Of I'm sorry, what just came from there?
It's just like a little.
And then she'll peer back at Dexter of are we keeping him?
It's like a little shadow box case. It's kind of like someone just put an action figure in a box.
Oh boy!
And then cover the box.
She does not say anything. It's just all in her eye. Of
is he ours?
Debbie is happily introducing himself to Android 16 and talking.
I think I'm gonna call him 6.
I would like to impress that you can say no.
So is Android 16 is speaking now or is not speaking?
Not speaking.
Okay.
Von Studenbach is the one doing most of the speaking.
Gotcha. Dexter's just gonna say I'd like to ask him.
My name is Android 16. How may I help you?
6?
My name is Android 16.
So can I call you 6? Or Andy?
Andy is fine. 6 is an incorrect divisibation of my number.
We're the future. This is a word now. Who cares?
It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't even know the space math they got.
All right, so we're taking Andy.
Andy, would you like to come with us? Andy, are you aware of your existence? Andy, do you feel pain? Andy, what would you like to do?
All of these questions are very new to me. I will like your patience on this. Think.
Just think.
Crystal just kind of, I like him.
So
it's a baby AI trying to become.
Oh, no.
I want a baby AI.
I mean, we're taking the baby AI. It's not even a question. I was gonna adopt the 2 kids.
I named him Andy.
I was like, you really want that? You don't want that. You don't want those NPCs on Don't do this to me.
I was like,
100% I would have.
Not another party. Another party cannot do this to me.
Dexter absolutely would. Crystal would talk Dexter out of it. She's like, we do not need a fucking 13-year-old on the goddamn ship.
Mara would have been totally
leave her with one of your fucking sister fingers. I don't give a shit.
One of them
no.
is super good at computers, and the other one, I like her sass. Big fan.
I can sass you more if you have something missing in your life. We don't need a 13-year-old.
She's got panache.
Moxie.
She needs a family.
Moxie.
Your star player sitting on the bench.
She needs a family.
She's
they
a
both
child.
do. They
They're
need
children.
to stay here. They need a family.
I fully agree.
Need stability.
They've reconciled with Student Bach, who is now okay in my book. They can stay there. That's fine. But we definitely do. We're taking the baby AI.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I teach him to fight?
Of course.
Steppy, on that perception, you
Mara
got the nat
walks
20,
up
right?
and just holds her hand out. Like,
yeah.
Mara, hi.
So as this is happening and you're sort of enjoying all of the goings on, you look over to one of the bookcases and you see a crumpled black business card looking piece of cardstock, and while the android is expressing that his name is Android 16, he is brand new, he doesn't know what he is, you look at it and turn it in the light and you can see a fire torch that reflects back at you with inscribed at the bottom of it, Discordia.
Who found this?
Steppy.
I hide it from Mara. I eat it immediately. No, I'm just kidding.
A snack.
Just eat it. Steppy will, remembering Mara hearing that word, or saying that word, I will super helpfully be like, hey, look at this. Pretty cool, right? It has a trigger word on it. That's crazy. Here you go.
It has what?
Your trigger.
My trick. What are you talking about? I guess she'll take it.
That's your sleeper cell number.
Yeah, like your
I really
17.
sincerely.
I'm so confused.
Sorry.
Okay. So
Mara's suddenly a Russian spy that fast.
Here we go.
Mara's gonna grab the card, look at it, like get to where she can see Studenbacher and Discordia.
Hold on, real quick. Point of order. Steppy, are you trying to conceal the card from Mara?
No.
No, he just said he handed it.
He was
to
just
perfect.
I'm
For the giggles.
If you would have ate it, I would have loved that, but also hated it at the same time.
No, Steppy wants everyone.
Why do you think I was just like, perfect, he ate the card.
Like, look,
Let's
he ate the
move
card.
on.
Like,
Let's get out of here. No.
All right, gonna keep secrets from our party members. Let's go.
Wouldn't it be this fun thing if he ate it?
No, look, Noah might be an agent of chaos, but Steppy is really fun-loving and wants everyone to like him. And there's a reason I made this character way different than me.
Steppy treats his cast iron pan like a little prince.
No, that's actually me as well.
That's Noah in real life.
That's the one like overlap.
No fuck with cast iron.
I saw that and I was like, that's the one overlap.
That's the part of Noah
that Steppy comes from.
That Noah draws upon to play Steppy.
Where he taps down, deep down.
So Mara, you have the card, and you do you just stand in front of Von Studenbach, or do you like get in his face?
I'm not like in his face, but like I imagine he was at a bookshelf, saw it, went, this is your trigger word, and hands it to Mara, and Mara looks at it, reads it.
I just handed it to you and was like, hey, you're screaming this at lunch.
Mara reads it, looks back at Studenbach, looks back at the card, and then like gets to where she can make eye contact with him and just goes, Discordia?
Von Studenbach is very taken aback.
What is this?
Yes.
What is this?
Discordia is it's a pseudo secret community.
What is this?
Dedicated to the forces of chaos.
That's not helpful.
I mean,
like,
it kind of is.
It's kind of helpful.
That is also where the session ends.
No!
I mean, we were told there was a cliffhanger.
There's a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Okay, so
Harmonia Discordia.
Yes, any questions?
okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
The group that Lemley introduced us to, what did she introduce it as? What was the word?
Harmonia.
No, what did she call it though?
Harmony of balance.
Yeah, that's for subset T.
I have all that wrote down. Okay, so okay, so you said it's the secret society of chaos,
dedicated to the forces of chaos.
All right, cool,
lovely.
Aww.
Okay,
noted.
Into it.
Crystal's like, yeah, okay, chaos.
Not opposed.
Vibes, yeah.
Crystal will go with literally anything that gets thrown at her in this campaign, and I can't
most
wait
of
to
the
see
time
what it is.
Yeah, I don't know where her line is yet. We haven't reached it yet.
I mean, we'll probably find it.
Maybe someday Crystal
so
will be freaked out
it.
Or confused by something.
I mean, when you've seen hundreds of years,
she has lots of questions.
That's why when he's like, "I'm too old to be doing things," she's like, "I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm older than you."
Pretty sure I'm old.
So, I'm
all
still
right,
doing
for
shit,
next time. Questions.
I'm so proud of you guys.
I have a questions for Dexter page. I have a questions for Steve
Once we
page.
actually wrap the like doing stuff portion of the doing stuff.
Yes,
Dexter will submit. Dexter will submit to questioning.
Oh no, Dexter and Mara are going to have questions of, you ready to spar? Let's spar. We're gonna get very bruised.
Yeah.
I need to spar. We're gonna do this back on the ship.
I don't think you understand. I'm about to inflict violence on somebody, and it can be you, who's good at fighting, or a stranger. You're picking.
Or an innocent bystander. You make the choice.
But also,
I'm gonna let you.
I don't
decide.
know. Maybe it'll happen here because Mara's. I don't know. It's fine.
It is up to you guys. This is the official end of this session.
No, I say sit on the anger, let it be there, and then when we come back, we can have the big blowout fight once everybody gets back to the ship, which will definitely not have a negative impact on our new bouncing baby boy.
Well, correct. But Mara also has a ton of questions for Studenbach before we leave. Because
what questions?
I don't know.
No, what's really
I feel like we've asked him all the questions we need to ask him.
He's got a card with Discordia on it. Why does he have it? What is it? What is this chaos?
Well,
I need to know about this society.
Okay, so you have one question for him. What is this society? That's all. That's the only question.
And why did you ask it?
This is when we all sit down and we have a little lesson on Mara. This is how you use the dark web.
Like, guys, we got a lot of information already.
He doesn't fucking know.
You don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He's an old man.
He's just a good hollow grandpa.
You just keep asking everybody questions and they don't know. They just don't know.
They just don't know.
Very small. Have no money.
So you can imagine the amount of stress that I am under.
No, so anyway,
that's what happens for your first arc.
So chat knows. was Googling Android 16 to find the best picture to put into the group chat, and I found somebody that hand drew it. And look at that Android 16. It's definitely Channing Tatum. It's 100% Channing Tatum.
That is just Channing Tatum.
And so now, unfortunately, in my head, no matter what happens with our good buddy Andy, he's going to be Channing Tatum.
Oh my God,
in a shitty red wig.
Yes.
They definitely used a picture of him for reference.
It is.
If not just photoshopped on.
It is egregious. Yeah.
It is.
So
it's
his
very
name
obvious.
in the show is Android 16. So
Correct.
That's literally who he is.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so just Channing Tatum with shitty red hair.
Yeah, because this also happened to be the
suit.
16th iteration of this Android attempt.
Correct.
Yeah.
Both in this game and.
But it's real life. It's just gonna be Channing Tatum with an awful red wig in my brain forever. That's just I hope
like that.
I kind of sincerely hope Andy has this huge amazing arc and becomes my favorite character and then has to sacrifice himself at the very end. And it's still just derpy Channing Tatum in a red wig.
I mean, if you're gonna have Channing Tatum, it can at least be derpy Channing Tatum.
Yes.
That's the Channing Tatum I aspire to be.
Yes.
As should we all.
So Noah's got to get on a boat.
Yeah. Noah's got to get on a boat. You guys wrapped up your first arc, and you get to level up.
Hell yeah.
Because I get that some
treat.
game masters, some game masters, they like to keep you like balanced. I like fun. I like fun. I like you guys getting to the fun parts of this stuff, because that also makes my job a lot more fun.
Up, dude.
Oh. I shan't.
You're fine.
Schnot.
Am I, mother? His little face popped up in the bottom of the frame.
Whomstest.
I hate it so much.
I can get another one. Do I get another spell? I get more spells. Another spell. Yes.
I was gonna say, if stream would indulge, and if you guys want to, we can level up here. And
Tonks. We'll go back through because we haven't done that in a minute. Everybody's level and character and class and stuff.
Please.
I'm leveling up right now because I know who I am. But Crystal is a pallid elf, is the mechanical race, but it's just a high elf. Druid, circle of stars. And we are now level 9.
Iris is a human Order of the Scribes wizard.
Dexter is multi-class artificer, took artillerist, and almost exclusively uses the arcane cannon features for healing, and then the rest of his levels are fighter, warrior.
Nice.
All right.
Steppy is a
never mind.
circle spore druid. And that's it. He's a gecko.
Mushrooms.
He's a gecko boy.
He's a gecko boy who likes mushrooms, and he's magical, not connected.
Or are they?
Mara started as a fighter, and is now a warlock, or a hexblade warlock. So.
Oh my God, Crookshanks! No one cares.
Oh my God.
He's so.
Sarah, some DMs mind and some DMs don't. Can I take a feat in place of the ASI? Okay.
Please.
I've taken several.
Yeah. I think I took one. I discussed it with them before. I took Sentinel.
I did not. I just took it.
Yeah.
I said this is how it's gonna be.
Right. But because I'm putting because I'm putting the majority of levels into fighter and they get an ASI like
part of it was also
I just wanted to make sure
the feat actually the one feat that I did actually technically discuss with Sarah beforehand because it was a part of my backstory because it's fighting initiate and that's how I got my blind sight.
Tracks.
So, and more caster.
I made a reel the other day on Instagram that was like me calculating up the amount of damage that my players do to my big bad evil and realizing that it's about to one shot kill it, and it's got that Owl City sound of I'd like to leave.
I saw that one. That made me really happy.
Because that is something that happens very often in my home game because every single time one of my players says this is something I want to do and it sounds really cool, I always go with it and I just say future me will figure out how to balance it later, and it ends up just being way cooler.
I
absolutely love when people do feats.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we wanted to share with stream before we go? We do have we should have Magic in the Midwest tomorrow.
Ooh.
And then I think we're pretty much next week off.
I think that's good for us.
Yeah, next week I think completely off.
We deserve a break.
We deserve a break, and Noah's gonna be on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at me.
I'm so sorry you're gonna be on a boat.
Trunks and his flippy floppies.
Yeah.
He's flipping burgers while I'm at Kinko's.
So
straight flipping copies.
Still know every word to that song.
Oh, I do too, and I wish I didn't.
Pashmina Afghan.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow, and then we're going to be taking next week off. We will still be active in the Discord, and probably we might do like a just chatting shenanigans at some point. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We love you, and there's not a good goddamn thing you can do about it. So bye.
Bye.